In this video, we are going to convert our standard incandescent bulbs on our 2009 Ford F-250 Super Duty with the Harley-Davidson package with these LED bulbs from Fahren's website.
Obsession.
Brought to you by Waffle Square.
Hi, I'm Mike. Welcome to my Waffle Square, where I obsess about things and you get to benefit from it. Do you happen to remember about 2 videos ago where I said this? Perhaps they'll invite us to try out some of their large selection of LED bulbs for vehicles on our sweet old truck. Well, they listened. They love what we did with the CarPlay adapter, and so they let us go online to their super easy website, selected the vehicle, the year, make, model, all that, and we had several to choose from, and they sent us these Terminator LED replacement bulbs for the low and high beams. Let's take a look at what our current ones look like. All right, this dark road is outside of our neighborhood. It's a main thoroughfare full of deer. So these are the regular beams. Those are the high beams. I'm seriously hoping we can improve on those. Let's get started. All right, I popped the hood latch inside the vehicle. Now, in our model, the Harley-Davidson model, as well as many others in this year range, 2008 to 2011, the front grille is attached to the hood. So if you come all the way over here by the passenger side headlight is the release. It's not dead center where you think it would be. So anyway, pull that, raise it all the way up. Nice. Okay. I love that that goes out of the way. You've got almost like a seating space or a kneeling space and full access up close to the engine. It's a pretty cool design. I hope they stick with it. So inside the box, as you can see in this close-up, you get a free pair of gloves, which is very nice. They're like cotton, one-time use. And then here are the bulbs. And they are indistinguishable from each other, so there's no left or right, but you can see in this close-up here that they have up written on them. Now, as you can see in this close-up on the passenger side, there is more than enough room to get your arm down there and remove that light bracket and pull it up with the wiring and switch out the light bulb. Now, I tried that on ours, and yes, there's plenty of room, but I think the rubber gasket is like sealed on there because I'm not able to get it off with just my own hand strength while reaching down. So we're just going to go ahead and do them both in the old-fashioned way, which is removing the 1, 2, 3, and 4, as you can see underneath the headlight, 9/32 screws. There we go. With all 4 out, we can start pulling back on the light, and wow, that's easy. Okay. Out it comes. And now you can see the actual light bulb down here and the plug for it. I'm going to take both hands here and just give it a quarter turn, see if I can get it with both hands since I couldn't reach down there. Yeah, that was a lot easier. And there we go. There's the existing halogen bulb. Now before I touch that one, just in case we run into some issues with the LED bulbs and they're sending alarms or something, I'm going to carefully take this one off. There's nothing wrong with it other than it's really dull. All right, gloves are on. I just want to push in on this plug like that and separate the whole light component from the plug. Sometimes it helps to push in first. There we go. Yeah, easy. Okay. Now, as you can see on this close-up of the light bulb, right underneath where the 2 LED diodes are, you can see this large heat dissipator. So this guy's going to be pumping out some light. There's only one way the lights can go in, to the plug. And I can hear an audible click, which is great. Now we want to make sure we end up with this side here, the up side facing up, but actually there's 3 points that click into place and they're different sizes, so there's really only one way to put it in. It's a little dusty back here, so I took my gloves off, but as you can see in this close-up, we have 2 metal clips and 1 black, almost pencil tip positioner on the outside that we have to engage first, and then we'll bolt everything back up. And I can actually see all of them from right here, so that's pretty easy. I'm going to start these bolts back in by hand so that I make sure I'm not cross-threading them in those tiny little metal threaded clips. And that includes the bottom one, but I will take off this extension so I can get in there and start that one. So with all of them finger tight, I can go back to tightening them with my electric socket here. One more reason why the Land Rover LR3 headlight assembly is the best on earth. No tools required to remove it. One down. So the only difference over here is this wiring harness with the plug leading down to the fog lights is clicked into place on the headlight assembly, and that makes it so you can't flop it all the way down like we were able to over on the passenger side. I can work around it, but if it bothers you, you could always take a panel remover and just pop this guy off and get more access. And here's our second bulb. I'm going to push in with the plug, press down on the detent release, and it comes right out again. Now, because this channel is all about obsession, I did switch the gloves from one hand to the other so we get fresh, clean sides. Everything else is the reverse. Well, those are very bright white, and that's only the low. Yes. Well, we're looking pretty good so far, but the real test is going to be tonight. So we'll head out with the same camera, with the same settings, going down the same dark road, and we'll see how much brighter it is, and we'll also make sure we're not getting any error messages on the dashboard. All right, same road, same time of night, same settings on the camera. This is the low beam setting, and it is an intense white light right directly in front of the truck. Really good, but when I hit the high beams, now it takes that concentrated beam and it disperses it off both sides of the road. That is fantastic. Well, I couldn't be happier with the difference. Going from that kind of dull glow to the bright 6500K light range of these bulbs is a dramatic difference in an area that's full of deer and really dangerous to the front of your vehicles. So if you found this video helpful, will you please give it a thumbs up? It's really helpful to the channel. Also, please consider subscribing. We do a lot of automotive content on this channel. We have a long-going series on our beloved Land Rover LR3 that is just about finished and going off to my daughter so she can drive it back and forth to high school. This vehicle here will have more content on it as the years go by, and we may have new vehicles in the future. Now, I'd like to thank Fahren for being so gracious to send us out first the CarPlay adapter for our Ford F-250 to test. I liked it so much, I got one just like it for the Land Rover. And then also, I'd like to encourage you to go on their website. There'll be a link down in the description. It is super easy to navigate, and whatever vehicle you're driving, I would give it a look and see what the choices are that they have. These could have been better for us. Until next time, thank you for watching.